us now into your marble run. So from here, we're going to take a breath in, breathe out, connect with your core, lift your pelvic floor, draw your tummy towards the back of the spine. Pelvic floor should be lifted, and then just release. You should feel just a release and a relaxation. Let's do that one again. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, draw in. Good. Hold there. Feel the lift of the pelvic floor. Breathe normally, and then release and relax. Well done. So we've got our hands in a diamond shape. Place them onto your hips, pubic bone and your tummy button. Let's go round in that big circle. Good. Let's go into our pelvic tilt. So you're going to now push the back into the floor. Good. So tilt and push the back into the mat. I'm just going to move my hands just so you can see. I'll take them just above my head so you can see that pelvic tilt. So we've got 4, tip the pelvis, good, 3, 2, and 1. So we're going to go into our bridge. So feet, heels close to your bottom, lifting up, and then release back down. Lift, squeeze the bottom, release down. We've got 4 more. Breathe out, 3, 2, and final 1. Now this time just watch me. I'm going to lift up and I'm going to start to march. Lift the heel and we're going to lift 1. Drop down. Peel the heel first. Can you join in? Good. Good. Keep the hips high. I can see mine are dropping. 4 more. This is the bridge with march. And final 1. Looking good, ladies. And drop it down. So we're now coming into your glute raise and you're going to squeeze. So squeeze and release, squeeze. Good. Got 4, 3, good. 2, and then 1. Hold here at the top for me. Now can we give me a little squeeze again? So we've got little pulse. So 4, 3, 2, 1, and then release. So bring one knee up and the other and just rock from side to side, massaging your lower back. And then we're just going to release the hips, hands behind, and we're going to go in a frog. So it comes round. Now you can put your hands on top of your knees, but just allow your hips to release. Now go round the other way. So any tension in the hips, you're just releasing that tension. 4 more. 3, 2, and then 1, and then drop it back down for me. So take a breath in. As we breathe out, we're going to come onto our side and we're going to push up. So from here, we're going to thread the needle. But before we do that, let's just engage in your abdominal muscles. So allow your abdominal muscles just to relax. So I'm going to take a breath in into my tummy. As I breathe out, lift up and pull up, feel the pelvic floor close at the back. Keep breathing, keep lifting, keep zipping. Hold there, we've got a count of 4, keep going, 3, 2, keep connecting, 1, and release. Okay, let's do that again. Take that breath in. Into your tummy like a big balloon expanding, breathe out. Lift up, now actively close your pelvic floor. Good. Hold. 4, 3, 2, 1, and then release. Okay, let's go into threading the needle. Take a breath in as we breathe out. Thread the needle, put the shoulder down and lift up. Hands back down, pelvic floor lift. Connect with your core. Change sides. Release, breath in. Final one. Can you get that shoulder down and come in? Just sit back and give your wrists a little bit of a circle for me. And then coming back up into all fours. Let's go into Superman. So knees underneath your hips, take a breath in, neck in line. As we breathe out, we're going to lengthen through the spine. So watch the back doesn't sag. You want it nice and controlled as you come back. Breath in. As you breathe out, lengthen. And again. Keep drawn in, keep connected. And then just rest. Okay, just give those wrists a circle for me. So our next exercise that we've got is we've got an elbow hover. And this is all about drawing the tummy in and continuing to breathe. It's called an isometric contraction, so it's not about lengthening or shortening the rectus muscles or the transverse muscles. It's about giving it some endurance and some strength. So as we progress, we'll be going into hovers, but just be aware of those that we're on our elbows to start with. So I'm just going to change positions. So in this position now, come down onto your elbows. So imagine those shoulders now are underneath, elbows are underneath your shoulders, and your knees are underneath your hips. You're going to tuck your toes under. Now remember that breath. Breath in, breathe out, lift and connect, and we're going to hover those knees up off the floor. Hold there. So we're holding. Keep breathing. We've got a count of 4, 3, 2, 1, and release down. Just let those toes relax. Let's do that one again. Tuck the toes under, breath in, breathe out, lift up pelvic floor, hover, knees up off the mat, keep breathing, 4, 3, are you still engaged, 2, 1, and then release, just come back up, and down, keep the tummy pulled in, keep connecting, lift up, we're marching up and down. Good. Keep it going. Now can we change arms? Unless you were changing halfway through. Up, down. So this is our walk down. At the same time as keeping your abdominal muscles nice and tense, but breathing at the same time. All these instructions, 2 more. Good. And last one. Good. Okay, so let's take this now into a baby plank. So we're going to come down onto the floor and then you're just going to release. Toes are released. Now when we come up into a plank, if we think of our elbow plank, I'll just show you. And our toes are tucked under, we come up, abs are pulled in. That's a little bit too much on week 3. So we're going to do the baby plank, which you're going to practice at home. So your elbows are still underneath. You can have your hands flat onto the mat or in a fist or the other way. The toes remain down. All we're doing is taking a breath in as we breathe out, lifting up and holding. So hold there. So what we don't want is that back sagging and the abdominal muscles also bulging at the front. So you're really connecting, almost imagining as you've got a teapot on the back of your coccyx and it's sat there and it's flat and it's not moving. Keep the tummy pulled in, keep breathing. Toes are more or less up off the floor, but they're relaxed. Release it down. Now let's just go into a nice back movement. So take your hands to the side, take a breath in. We're going to lift, squeeze the elbows, release it down. Lift. Now connect with your abdominal muscles. Pull the tummy in and release. We've got 2 more. Final one. And then back into the baby plank. Elbows underneath your shoulders, toes remain down. Are we ready? Breath in. Connect and lift. Find that nice, strong position. Keep breathing throughout. Draw the tummy button up to the back of the spine. Rest, remember those toes are relaxed. Hold there. So 4, keep going. 3, 2, 1, and then release. And then let's go into swimming. Hands, we're going to take a breath in. As you breathe out, opposite arm and leg lift. Squeeze the bottom, release all the way down. Lift and squeeze. And lift and squeeze. 2 more. And last one. Good. Hands underneath your shoulders. Lift and release. Sit back. And then come back into all fours. And we're just going to take our hands round. Just can you feel the stretch through here? Come round all the way to the other side. Good. And then just relax. And we're just going to do a little stretch to start with. You're going to take one leg out to the side. You're going to lift up. And you're going to reach over. Feel that lovely stretch. And then come back for me. Change sides. Oh, get that balance. Lift up. Oh, it feels so good. And come back into the centre. So now let's go into our elevator. So we're going to imagine now the doors of the lift closing, and that's our pelvic floor coming in from side to side. So we're going to take a breath in. As we breathe out, close the lift doors. Let's go up to the first floor, to the second, to the third floor. Now hold there at the top. Bottom muscles are relaxed. And keep breathing. Let's just float those arms up. I want the pelvic floor to stay at the top as we add movement. Good. Final one. Is it still at the top? Can we bring it back down to the second, to the first, to the ground floor? Let's add that one more time. Close the lift door. So the back passage, the middle and the front, we go to the first, to the second, to the third floor. And we're going to float those arms up. It still stays there at the top. Drop down and then release. Keep it up there. Keep the pelvic floor lifted. You've got to challenge your pelvic floor. Release down now. Let's drop to the second, to the first, to the ground. All right, so as we come to stand up, lift the pelvic floor first. Step forward, toe tuck under at the back, and let's lift up. And let's go into our lift, shift and drop. So we're going to lift the pelvic floor. We're going to shift the body weight. We're going to drop. Learn to release. So lift, let's step to the side and then fully release. Lift again, step and release one more time. Lift, step to the side and then release. Okay, we're going to add a little bit more of a movement before we finish today. So we're going to lift the pelvic floor. We're going to step back like we did before. We're going to lift and then we're going to drop and release the pelvic floor. So let's lift as one. Lift the knee, take it back and drop it down. Lift, lift the leg, take it back and drop. Oh, we got it. So lift, lift the knee, and drop. One more time. Lift, lift the knee, good. And drop. Okay, round in a big circle and round the other way. Take it into a good morning and lift back up even though it's the afternoon. Take those arms up. Can we take it forward? Oh, feel that stretch. And lift. Two more. Are we zipping up and lifting up? Last one. And release down. Take it round. All the way to the top. And then let's just do a little stretch of the front of our legs. Ooh. Holding onto your ear. Push the hip forward. Oh, lift up. Make sure the knee is in line with the other knee. What you don't want is here. Want it back. Push the hip forward. Stretch the hip flexor. And then release one more time. Onto the other side. Hold your ear if you're wobbling. Good. And then release. We've just got one for the hip. If you're sat down, you can do this sat down. But you're going to take this leg over to the top. Push back. Really feel that beautiful stretch into your glutes and to your hip. Good. So if you do suffer with sciatica, this is a really good stretch to do. And you can also do this onto the floor as well. I'll just do a quick demo. So you keep doing it there. You can also do it here after you've done your exercises. And